Hello, algebra. We are going to take a look at our worksheet 9.1 and answer any questions when we get to class. Okay, so now let's learn 9.2. 9.2 again has a lot of terminology and things. We are looking at what happens when we change A in our equation, our vertex form. A times the x minus h squared plus k. Okay, that's our vertex form. Remember, our vertex comes from our h and our k. That's my opposite of that is my x value. That's my y value. So what happens when this changes? Okay, what is the a value in front of this? There's an imaginary 1 there. What's the a value in front of this? Ooh, look, there's a negative 1 there. So if I'm looking at my graphs, here is a positive 1a, and here is a negative 1a. What happened? Let's see if it always happens. I'd like you to go to Desmos.com. It's a place where you can do graphs. You can do it on a computer. You can do it on a phone. You can do it on a tablet, whatever you want. Okay? I want you to enter this in to the equation. So it'll have the y equals. Then I want you to enter this. Make sure you put your parentheses in. Do the caret 2 to get your squared. Okay? Plus 3. Then I want you to enter it again, exact same equation, but the only thing is there's a negative 2 in front of here. I want you to notice and write down what's the difference in these. Is it only the fact that they flipped? One going up, one going down? What else happens with my change in my number in front? Okay? What else happens? Make some notes on what happens. All right. So you're going to find out that it flips. Okay? So if it's negative, the A, that is, then it's going to open down. So this is a negative in front. It opens down. Okay, so my vertex becomes a what? It's not a lowest point anymore. Now it's a highest point. So I'm hoping that you filled in those, or you actually went and looked at those graphs. That's going to make a big difference in what you understand. All right, so let's look at this. In vertex form, y equals the quantity of x minus h squared plus k. The sign A tells it whether or not it opens up or down. Okay? A positive A draws a smile or opens up. Write that down. Okay? Positive A opens up. And that makes our vertex a minimum. So therefore, a negative A opens down, right? And it makes my vertex a maximum. That's going to be important because we're going to ask, is it a minimum or a maximum? Okay? So it's kind of like makes us smile. So if I've got a graph done and I've got my parabola here, right, I got 2 little eyes. There we got a little smiley face. And this right here, my vertex is here. My eyes are here. It makes a frowny face. All right? Or here, I can hold my coffee in my cup. Here, my parabola holds my coffee, and as you know, Mrs. Harlove's happier when she has her coffee. And here my coffee would be dripping out. Very sad. Makes me have a sad face, and it looks like a sad face. Okay, enough goofing around. So, the letter A in front of my graph is a multiplier. Okay? So it makes things change. My vertex doesn't change, but my building numbers do. So, if I was finding my vertex, what would it be? What's the opposite of -2? +2. What is the same thing as 1? 1. So that's my vertex. All right. So, what are my building numbers when I have a 3 out here? Well, my building numbers are going to change by that 3. So I've got my 1, my 3, and my 5, and they're going to get 3 bigger. So they're going to change into 3, 1 times 3, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 15 is 5. So my building numbers become much bigger when I have a 3 in the front. Okay? So my 3 changes my building numbers. Okay? So how am I going to graph this? Sorry, it goes off. So my vertex was 2, 1, and my building numbers changed to 3, 9, and 15. We're not going to do this one. We're just going to do these two. All right. So my vertex is 2, 1. Go over 2, up 1, draw your dot. Now, instead of going over 1, up 1, I'm going to go over 1, up 3. Over 1, up 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to go over 1, and I'm going to go up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now I'm going to do my other side. I'm going to go over 1, up 3. It's at the same spot. You don't have to count both sides. Over 1, up 9. It's going to end up at the 13. Over 1. So what happened to my parabola when I put a 3 in front? It got much skinnier, right? I'm hoping you noticed that when you looked at graphs. All right. We're going to do the other one during class. We're going to do number 2 during class. So God bless.